Hello everyone! So today we are going to be talking about Facebook groups and how the algorithm works for them. So the hard truth here is that a group with zero engagement is basically like a sad echo chamber where posts go to die, you're talking into the void, nothing is coming back to you. And you probably opened up a Facebook group, or you might be thinking about doing one, because you might have seen my other video or listened to my other podcasts talking about how the reach on Facebook business pages has dropped to almost 5% in the last few years. So you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to do a Facebook group instead. You might have got one, you might be thinking about it, like I said, but you're probably thinking, why is no one responding back if you already have a group? Why am I just talking into the void? Or you might be thinking, geez, I've seen that happen to a lot of other people and I want to avoid that for myself. So here's what we are going to cover. We're going to be talking about why your group isn't growing. And spoiler alert, Facebook isn't about handing out free reach anymore, really, unless you're playing into their rules. How the algorithm decides what posts actually get seen, and the must-use strategies to turn a dead group into a thriving, engaging community. Facebook's algorithm is just like a nosy neighbor, right? It watches everything and basically decides which posts deserve to get seen. So let's talk about the 4 things that Facebook prioritizes when it comes to its algorithm and the content types it wants to see. Number 1 is engagement, okay? Are people actually liking, commenting, and interacting with the content and the posts that you are putting into that group? Number 2 is recency. How fresh and new are those posts? Are they old? Are they dusty? Are they stale? Are you reposting the same thing all the time? Number 3 is relevance. As we know, Facebook will prioritize things that it thinks that particular user, because we know that everyone's home feed is different, it will prioritize and put forward the things that it thinks that that user will interact with based on what they've interacted with before. And also conversations, comments, basically conversations going on in the comments section, posts with real discussions, that is a back and forth, and that don't just get likes, are a real priority. The bottom line here is if people are not interacting in your Facebook group, and that can be posts, that can be comments, that can be likes, that can be whatever, then Facebook is going to literally bury that group at the very, very bottom, and it's not going to prioritize it or show it in people's feeds. And that's regardless if that person is a group member or not. If your group feels like a digital tumbleweed town, here's why. Number 1, Facebook isn't recommending it. Number 2, your content isn't sparking engagement. Number 3, you have too many promo posts and not enough real conversations going on. Number 4, you're relying on members to check in with the group instead of showing up on their feed with interesting content that they actually want to engage with. However, if you work with the algorithm, Facebook will start promoting your group for you. Now let's talk about what Facebook loves in groups. As we know, not all posts are created equal. Facebook prioritizes certain types of content and ignores the rest. So what gets your group more reach and more engagement? Things like polls and questions. People love sharing their opinions. Live video. Facebook loves live content, and I go live in my Facebook group every single Monday, and honestly, the algorithm loves it. Hot topics and debates. If you want to cause a little bit of controversy, not so much, but just a little tiny bit within your group, that gets people talking. Things like hot takes or hot opinions or lots of different things along those lines work really, really well. Posts that tag members, such as a welcome post or other things that are going to be relevant for people in those groups. And the last thing is challenges and interactive threads, things that basically keep group members coming back for more. So a great example here is, instead of just saying, what's your biggest struggle when it comes to marketing? That's it. Very open-ended question. No one's going to engage with that. You could try something like, hot take, Facebook ads are a waste of money. Agree or disagree? People just cannot resist weighing in when they see things like this. And you'll see that it's all about the way that you are wording the question or the post or whatever it is that you are posting in that group. Now let's talk about the things that Facebook hates to see in groups and what you should stop doing ASAP. If your group is struggling, you're probably guilty of one of these things. Mistake number 1 is too many promo posts. If every post is buy this, sign up for my thing, do this, do that, people completely tune out. It's basically like you're doing a take all the time and not giving any value in return. Mistake number 2 is if you have no engagement strategy at all and you're just posting randomly, that's algorithm death. Number 3, letting lurkers lurk and just sit there. If people never comment or never engage with your content, Facebook just assumes they don't care and they'll not really show anything from your group ever again in their feed. Number 4, not using Facebook's built-in features. Things like lives, polls, announcements, all of those things equal an algorithm boost. Number 5 is letting posts just die out. Posts with no conversations sink a group really, really fast. You need to kickstart conversations within posts that are looking like they're going to be a wee bit slow. So fix these 5 things and your Facebook group will stop feeling like so much of a graveyard. Now let's talk about the perfect posting strategy for Facebook groups. Facebook absolutely loves active groups, but how often should you actually be posting? So you want to do between 5 to 7 posts per week, but you really do want to mix it up because you don't want to overwhelm group members. The best times to post are in the morning between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. or in the evening between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is when people are more likely to be scrolling the most. Now you don't have to go in with these percentages exactly, but let's talk about 40% fun and engaging content. That's things like polls, debates, games, things like that. 30% value and education. That's things like tips behind the scenes. 20% community building, things like Q&A, community shout outs, welcoming people. And 10% promotional. You can sell in a group, but you don't want to overdo it. Also, a quick tip here is make sure to use Facebook group stories and pinned posts to keep those key posts visible. Now let's go over how to get more people actually talking and interacting in your group. You can't expect people to engage if you don't lead by example. So try these engagement hacks. Tag new members in a welcome post. It makes them feel seen, heard, and included. Start a weekly conversation thread. So a great example here, and this is one that we use, and it's what's your win of the week. People love to talk about themselves and actually big themselves up when, you know what, maybe no one else is. Use GIFs and emojis. It makes posts feel fun and really casual, especially if this is your brand language. Feature member posts. Encourage people to share their thoughts and ask simple this or that questions. And this really gets quick replies, which equal an engagement boost. And here's an example post that we use, and it's something as simple as what's your business goal for the month? Drop it below so we can cheer you on. And it's just a really easy, very well worded question. So it's very easy for people to hop in and leave a comment or put some engagement in there, which then obviously then pushes the content and therefore the group to the top of more members' feeds. So now let's talk about how to get Facebook to recommend your group for free. So if you want Facebook to send people to your group, you want to do these things. Number 1, pick a clear niche. Broad groups don't get recommended. So an example here is marketing tips for handmade people or Etsy and your own website help group, which is actually the title of my own Facebook group, as opposed to, hey, general business advice and help. Number 2 is use keywords in your group name and your group description, because Facebook scans this to match different searches when people are looking for groups like yours. Number 3 is to encourage active discussions. The more comments, the more Facebook will push your content and your group. Number 4 is welcome and engage new members. Groups that feel alive keep growing. Number 5, make sure to turn this setting on, and that is group discovery. So let me walk you through it. You go to settings, you go to group settings, you go to group type, and you choose general or learning. The bottom line here is if Facebook sees your group as valuable, it will start recommending it to the right people for free, which means you don't have to pay for any ads. So my final tips and your action plan is I want you to post engaging content, not just sales pitches like a walking billboard. Use polls, lives, and questions to boost visibility and get those comments rolling. Welcome and tag new members to spark conversations. Reply to every single comment and to test and track what works. If people are ignoring certain posts, don't repost it again and again and again. So my final thought here is Facebook favors groups that feel more like communities. Focus on engagement first, and the growth and everything will follow after. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that. Do not forget to subscribe or follow, depending on if you're watching the video or listen to the podcast version of this, and I will catch you all real soon.